Welcome back to my channel, Sunshine Shoulders. I'm Calvin. Thank y'all so much for stopping by again today. She said you gotta earn 500,000 pesos per month in order to marry her. Just another unbelievable story, a true story. Okay, before I get started, let me say I did release my first uh, boxing lessons on a short yesterday. And I have a whole other level of respect for boxers, MMA fighters, street fighters. I'm not in the good enough condition yet. That was the third round I showed y'all. The first two rounds, he kind of took it easy on me and gave me a little rest. But the third round, he went full bore, man. I got to get my conditioning right. But try that for 3 minutes if you think that's easy. Throwing punches, and yeah, I know I look stiff and I looked uncomfortable, but it's going to get better. It's just another way of challenging myself. Remember, guys, we want to be stronger, better. We want to attract into our lives everything that we desire. And the only way you're going to do that is to push yourself, and he pushed me. But yeah, it's just another road I've ventured down, man. It's fun, though. It's really addictive. I just came off my walk, but I got an email from a good friend of mine. His name is Chiron. Now, I'm using his real name because y'all don't know him by that. He's a YouTuber. Y'all don't know him by that. And he sent me an email about 3 days ago, the 7th. No, what's today? Today is the 8th. So it would have been the 6th. And he says, hey, Cal, one of my wife's classmates, his wife goes to college. She's in the healthcare field. He says she told him that there was a guy chatting with her. He's a retired Army sergeant, 20 years. And after he pays his mortgage and, his bills, he's got about 100,000 pesos left. Well, she said that's not enough. And let me stop right there, because according to him, I've never seen the woman. She's not pretty. He said on her best day, she's probably a 3. That's what he says. No job, no income, and she has a child. She says that in order to marry her, you have to earn 500,000 pesos per month. And I was like, wow, things surely have changed, from, when I was on the dating sites. It's the same game, but it's a different rules. Back then, they would never ask you how much money you earn. How much money you got. They just took for granted that you had enough money to change their life. But I thought to myself, where are they getting these figures? Why would a woman over here who's living in abject poverty, basically, would throw a figure out there like that? Well, first of all, we're telling them that we have this kind of money. First of all, there are guys who have that kind of money who are spending that kind of money over here on their wife or their girlfriend. And remember, she's not blind. Hell, he probably earns more than that, at least 10, because he's got 2 condos here. He's retired from the military. He's doing very good. So she's probably looking around and seeing her other friends. And, in their situation. But yeah, things have changed. So, when you talk about this stuff, because I've been doing these last 4 or 5 videos when I say, hey, look, some guys are just saying, man, nah, it's too expensive. Today over here is like, where in the world would you get 500,000? That's a fortune. First of all, if you're earning 100,000, let's just make it even for you guys who don't deal in pesos. Let's just say he's earning $2,000 a month over here. You got to understand that the average salary over here in the Philippines, I'm talking about the highest of the high and nothing, is $250 a month. So that's 8 times the average salary over here. And remember, she doesn't have a job. And she says that's not enough because they're just looking at it from a numbers perspective. They don't look at the fact this man's got real estate, and probably got good credit. He's successful. Hell, he retired from the military after 20 years. It just reminds me of a story I told y'all about a couple of years ago where the woman said that, now this woman lives here in San Carlos City. I know her personally. The guy told her he had $200,000 in his 401k and 2,000 and was earning $2,000 a month. She said, "No, that's not enough." Then she's working over here in the mall, earning probably about, well, I think she's like a manager, so she's earning probably about 500 pesos a day, less than $10 a day for a full day's work. And the reason she said it wasn't enough because her friend at the time was dating a millionaire. And he was just laying down the money, having parties every night. You know, because I asked him, I said, "Man, let me share this story," because people think I just be making shit up on her. See, I don't make up stories. I don't have a reason to make up stories, guys. Y'all don't understand. I talk to hundreds of men, maybe thousands, in my 6 years of YouTube. I've heard every story in the book. But he said, yeah, he said, because guys need to know that they're being played over here. I'm not talking about every relationship, guys. Come on. Nothing is everything. Nothing applies to everything. There's good relationships over here. My videos are for you to pause. Remember when we was talking on my live stream yesterday? My videos are siren. You know when you hear a siren, you look around. Hey, where's that coming from? What's going on? Is it the police, the firemen? Is a house on fire? What's going on? Is an ambulance? That's what my video's for, because we only have one gear over here. That's full speed ahead. All gas, no brakes. You can't pace yourself. The life and the money that you're spending over here, the lifestyle and the money you're spending over here is unsustainable. You can't do it. So that's what my videos are for. He said, yeah, let these guys know they're being played. And we're being played. The stakes are so much higher now, man. That's why videos like this are so important. Yeah, I'm going to talk about all kind of stuff from here on out, because we're going to Mayana Peak is the name of that famous peak here. Way up in the mountains, and you can look out all over. It's a hiker's dream, but it's a hell of a challenge, because I'm doing that. You know, people's like, why are you getting into boxing at 62? Because I want to get into boxer shape. They're some of the most well-conditioned athletes on the planet. I just want to do it. It's just a challenge to me. I just don't want to sit around and be bored all damn day and looking at my woman all day long. Okay, we're dating and marrying younger women over here. You want to be able to keep up with them, but it's just a challenge. But anyway, guys, yeah, we're being played like never before. But remember when I told you, I said, if her actions and her behavior fit your definition of love, then go on with your life, right? But see, there lies the problem. Remember I told you that she's going to do everything that a woman you believe loves you would do, okay? I'm not going to get any details or anything like that, because people take it the wrong way. I'm trying to help you guys, man. Far too many of us losing over here when we should be winning. What in the world would a woman with no future at all? She has no job. The only money that she's earning right now is from the guy. She's chatting with 6 men. Since y'all think I'll be lying on here. When Marilyn told y'all that they chatting with 4 or 5 men, she's chatting with 6. It's the money that they're sending her. I don't know what they're doing, what she's doing rather, for them to send that money like that. But yeah, where do they get up? Where do they get that money? They don't just get it out of the sky. We're telling them that. We're forking over that kind of money. And they know it. And they want it. So they're demanding it, man. If a woman asks you how much money you're earning, you say it's none of your damn business. How much are you earning? Throw it back on her. But thank you, brother, for sharing that story with me. There's so many more. I always ask people, can I have your permission to share the story? He said, absolutely. But this is what you're running into over here. And even the guys with successful relationships, what you would consider successful relationships, they're forking over big money. okay, over here, myself included. So if you're in America, if you're in the Philippines, wherever you are, find it in your heart to help somebody. Not a day goes by and I don't help somebody. Tonight is Marilyn's birthday. If you're in San Carlos City and you want to stop by Carmel's Inn from 6 p.m. until I guess about 9, we'll have a birthday party for Marilyn. But it's first come, first serve. I believe the food is for 25 people, Cokes, and then Marilyn's going to make the dessert. Then you can go swimming. You want to pay another 150 pesos. If you want to stay all night, I'm pretty sure they're going to have rooms over there. I had my last meet and greet there. Because if I don't know anything else, I know this one thing for sure. We help other people, we help ourselves. Take care, stay safe, stay out of trouble. I'll see you next time. Don't do anything stupid. Pause, man. When you look at these videos, it gives you something to work with. When women start asking you these crazy questions, when they start making these crazy demands, you can say, hey, who is this? Is she even real? Who are you to demand 500,000 pesos per month, lady? Who do you think I am? That's disrespectful, first of all, to even ask you how much money you earning. Stop telling these women your business like that. They're not going to tell you nothing. Tell me how much money you earn. It's disrespectful, and they're going to disrespect you, man, if you let them, because they think we're weak. That's why they push us around like that. They'll never do a Filipino man like that over here. Remember I told you the woman that cheated my friend out of 3 million pesos? If that would have been a Filipino man, she'd be dead. Period. End of story.
Boots on the ground, don't do nothing stupid. Give that man his flowers, a tribute through music. If I don't know nothing, I know one thing.